Oh man, uh, I knew Jay Lynch was going to talk about this because rightfully so. Where rightfully so. These people, I mean, that kind of this Joyce Oliver and Cedric Oliver, the husband and wife preachers at Embassies of Christ in Gary. It made no sense for you guys to be trying to petition the mayor, force the mayor, embarrassed. I don't know what what they were trying to do to force them to let them have Easter Sunday worship. And I'm like, nobody's stopping you from doing that. You just got to do it differently. You've been streaming for years. And if you ain't been streaming, you should have been because you done raked in a lot of dough. But yeah, all them, CDs and tapes and books y'all done sold, on top of, I remember first time I don't know. I was going to their church and I was like, oh man, this is I like this dude, and I think he does, he talks good. But I guess that's part of it right there. But he was preaching on a topic and it was like a 4-week topic and I was going and then one day maybe this was the second I don't know, the second uh um part of it or what. But I don't know, whatever it was, he got to the part he is preaching about how life and stuff like that, building a solid foundation and this, that, and the other. It's the same speech I give when I was selling. It was the same speech I gave when I was selling life insurance and investments when I was a financial planner and debt reduction. So it's sales. You selling you something. They making money. They selling them. And that's fine. The problem is when you get too greedy and you forget about that. Forget about Vic. Vic was a cool dude. I didn't know Vic before Vic was in a wheelchair. That I know of. But I know, he was in chair. He was a cool cat. I met him through Jerry. Cool. And Jerry had love for this dude. A couple of these pictures Jerry done posted, I took. Yeah. Vic was cool. I don't even know what happened to Vic. I don't even think I ever even asked. He shaved. What are you using to enter your pin number when you? But anyway, yeah, cool dude. So, and when he got, I'm gonna make this real quick. So he talked about this foundation. He was rattling the crowd. He was talking about this foundation, like this, exactly. But we got, I don't know, 76 poles we need to build a new church as a foundation. And the I call them poles. What do they call the things that columns or whatever? I call them poles. I don't know. Y'all know what I mean. But anyway, and people hands went up like 5,000. I can give you 5,000 per pole. That's what he said they were worth. With his numbers. He put up blueprints and the amount it was going to take to build, all that. And then he said, he had to get everybody, stand up, get him a round of applause. Then he asked for people he went down to 2,500. Life is about partnerships, and sometimes you got to partner with somebody else for success, and da 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 da. It was great speech. I just didn't think it was made for a church. And you got to give. You as much money as they take in, I'm believing. I don't know their finances. I've no look at their books, but I know they got a huge congregation. They taking a lot of money. They getting that money. You should hear their name doing great things in the community all the time. You'll get more. You have to build a bigger church. But y'all get greedy and don't do things the right way. But anyway, hope y'all reading that by Jerome. And you know what? y'all should book some photo shoots to take photos with y'all with the mask on. This is memorable. Matter of fact, Jerry, that's a good idea. I want 10%. The mask photo shoot. Not no Halloween mask either. But anyway, I'm gonna hit you up later to talk about that. Shoot you a text. Know your ass up though. But anyway, and he went down to to 1250, and then he went down to like 500 and 100, and then he get down to the fives and the tens. He's like, look, I know everybody ain't got it, and this, that, and the other, but whatever it is you can give. And he did not. And that was the majority of the church, by the way. The majority. And I believe those are the people who built that church. Because you always, a lot of times you overlook the fives and tens, but that's 80% of America. The ones, the fives and the tens. That's 80% of America. Those people who can give $5,000 had way more. They had another $5,000 to give. Those are the ones you milk for more. They got more money. They ain't giving you their last $5,000, but people give you their last $5. It don't really make sense, but yeah, it's a true story. They ain't giving you their last $5,000. I'm just telling you. I know that for sure. Out of business. But anyway, and what pissed me off wasn't the fact of the foundation. I know it costs money to run churches. I know we got bills, this, that, and the other. But the gratitude that wasn't shown to the people that was scraping up nickels and dimes to give to them. The dollars and cents people. And I got up and I left and I vowed. This was like I think this was like maybe the afternoon service. Not the morning one, but the second one. And then there was a third service waiting. That makes even for a longer thing. And when I walked out, that's when the church was over. I walked out. The exaggeration was I put my church finger up. I knew it was yeah. And I walked out, the other service was coming in. And I wonder if they did that on purpose so that people could hear all the ripping and roaring with the first part, see what was going on, so they can get the same thing from them. Because I said I vowed I'll never go back there again. I didn't like that. It brings me. They just say Cedric the Entertainer and my man Roy L. Watkins and Russell Simmons and a lot of other comedians put on a little, a Zoom the other day. It was pretty cool, just people talking shit. But anyway, they took in donations for charities to give masks and this and the other for stuff, right? But they thanked the people who dropped $5,000. And they thanked the people who dropped dollars, as many as they could. But they thanked them profusely. And that's just an avenue of how you do things. It shows when you're about the money when you don't think of the little things. Just like this. This man got hurt, could pay his tithes. And they wouldn't let his parents. He went to that church when he got. I guess he was there. He was a member, But when he got hurt or whatever, he got in a wheelchair or got sick or he couldn't go. And straight up, they wouldn't let him have his funeral there. I thought that was bogus. That was another proof that my decision was right. Years later, I was talking to a friend of mine, and I was telling her about this story. I don't want to say her name. And she was like, that was the last time I've been to that church too. She was like, that turned me off. And I was like, I knew I wasn't the only person. I knew I wasn't the only person. She was like, yeah. I was like, She said, you didn't see me. She said, I saw you when you walked past the league. You look disgusted. Yep. Anyway, this was bogus. He talked about this. They tried to shame him. He was right. A lot of these people were right. I just treat it like a business. Because that's what it is. You ain't get no more of my money. You don't appreciate this little $1, $2 I'm giving you? You know. I just believe if church is going to be run like a business, and they're not going to be out there like that in the community, I understand you got to make money. But give it back, you'll make more. Strike and Van Til's give out so much money. As a food bank in Northwest Indiana. See how much Jeff strikes. But we spend more money with him. He's always out there giving big, huge, hundreds of thousands of dollars back to the community. He's getting it back. Churches, I'm telling you, some of these churches ain't shit. Hey, I remember doing financial planning. I sat down with a preacher, and he said, I was talking about debt management, how to, basically I wanted to sit down with all his members and create debt reduction plans and investments if they needed, investments for retirement and, whatever. As a financial plan, the whole plan, building a foundation. I gave that same speech Sid gave. But yeah, that preacher said, what's in it for me? I'm like, I had to take a minute. He threw me off. And this was free to his members. I said, look here, man. What's in it for you? More money. Because we know what this is all about. More money. I said, if your congregation is debt-free, they're going to give more money. If I can sit down with them and look at their finances and maybe show them where they're going off the curve a little bit, like this one family, I was able to save like $1,500 a month, just finding just jacking off a month. I still gave them another $1,500 of jack off money. They had no clue, and they were struggling trying to figure out how they would send their kids to college. I'm like, y'all got it, man. That man ended up investing like $500,000 with me later on. I mean, I didn't do it just to get the money back. I did it because I did it. It was the right thing to do. I could have just took the investment money, like, hey, right here, or this is what it's gonna need to cost to get you there. And like, hey, you got to pay me $1,500 a month or $2,500 a month, and we can make that happen. Because you're gonna need, that's what you need to save up. Instead, we had to go through. I had to go through a fine-tooth comb and show them how to find it. Most people was already in their budgets. But anyway, these pastors, it isn't about y'all gotta get back. Y'all look bad doing some of the things y'all do. Just like those pastors that went crazy in Gary when Barack when Barack was here. He canceled y'all Sunday service Y'all was mad. Talking shit about Barack. Maybe if people would have came out and saw him, we wouldn't be dealing with Trump. I'm blaming y'all for Donald Trump. God, y'all dumb shit. Anyway, y'all, peace out. Follow me on Twitter at GI Operation. Peace.